Have you ever looked at a gorilla and thought, how on earth is that thing so strong? Well, hold on tight, because what you're about to discover will completely change the way you see these gentle giants. If you're fascinated by wild animals and love learning about the world's most powerful creatures, make sure to hit that subscribe button right now and don't skip ahead, because if you miss even one small detail, you might miss the craziest part of all. All right, let's dive in. Gorillas are the largest primates on Earth. There are two main types, mountain gorillas and lowland gorillas. And between the two, mountain gorillas are not only heavier and bulkier, they're also far stronger. These guys aren't just muscular, they're living, breathing tanks. What makes it even more fascinating is that gorillas share about 98% of their DNA with humans. Yup, they're basically our distant cousins. That's why they move, eat, and act in ways that feel weirdly familiar. But while we share genetics, their raw power puts us to shame. Now, you've probably heard that gorillas are strong, but let's break that down. How strong, really? Compared to the average human, a silverback gorilla is said to be 4 to 10 times stronger. That's not push-ups at the gym strong, that's rip a tree out of the ground strong. They can lift over 1,800 pounds of dead weight. That's roughly the weight of a grand piano or a vending machine. And remember, they don't train for this. Their everyday life, climbing steep terrain, swinging from branches, protecting their troop, keeps them in top form naturally. Now here's a scenario that's crossed many minds. What if a really strong human went one-on-one with a gorilla? Let's talk numbers. The average man weighs around 175 pounds. A silverback? Try 300 to 450 pounds, packed with muscle and raw instinct. Even a pro wrestler like Kane, who weighs around 324 pounds, would be severely outmatched. Gorillas not only outweigh us, they also have longer and significantly stronger arms. A single punch from one of these guys would feel like getting hit by a sledgehammer. Their limbs are built for climbing and combat, and they know how to use them. But let's go beyond brute force for a second. Gorillas have a secret weapon, and it's in their mouth. Most people fear the bite of lions, sharks, or crocodiles. But did you know the gorilla has one of the strongest bites in the animal kingdom? Their jaws can clamp down with up to 1,300 pounds per square inch of force. That's stronger than a lion, and nearly as powerful as a bull shark. And it's not just pressure. Their mouths are filled with sharp teeth, built to tear through tough plant material. But if turned against flesh, well, let's just say you wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that. So, what exactly gives gorillas all this power? First, their body structure. Their arms are way longer than their legs, perfect for knuckle walking, climbing, and brachiation. This constant movement builds massive upper body strength. Even at their size, they can swing through trees and scale steep hills with ease. Then there's their diet. You might think muscles like that require meat, but nope. Gorillas are mostly herbivores. They eat 40 pounds or more of leaves, fruits, bark, and shoots every day. Occasionally, they munch on insects, but meat isn't part of their regular menu. What's interesting is how efficiently they digest all that plant matter. Their longer digestive systems allow them to extract far more nutrients than we can. And since plants are full of carbon, it's like they're fueling their bodies with pure energy. That's the secret sauce. Low-fat, high-energy, constant fuel. It's like their whole lifestyle is designed for power. Now here's something that might surprise you. Gorillas don't actually like to fight. They're usually peaceful, even a little shy. A typical day for a mountain gorilla might include lounging in the sun, playing with the kids, or just hanging out on a big tree branch. They prefer to avoid conflict whenever possible, but when they do get pushed, that's when things get scary. There are stories from zoos where bored gorillas have ripped down steel bars or smashed reinforced glass, not out of rage, but just because they could. And keep in mind, that glass is the kind used in bulletproof windows. It's no joke. When silverbacks fight each other in the wild, the battles can get absolutely brutal. But against a human, let's be honest, it wouldn't even be a fight. So yeah, gorillas are more than just big apes. They're nature's perfect combo of size, strength, and control. If you learned something new today, go ahead and like this video, drop a comment below with your favorite wild animal, and subscribe to Super Stubborn Animal for more mind-blowing wildlife content. Because out here in the wild, the truth is always more epic than fiction.